I'm Mixer Johnny, and I am going to be upgrading the Icicle to fit into other media. The first Icicle was an ice supervillain. The second Icicle is his son, and because of the radiation from the first Icicle's freeze ray, he got ice powers. And I would go with the second Icicle. They can keep the fact that he's the first Icicle's son, and you can still keep him having ice powers. But you would have to change it that he accidentally killed his mother, and because of it he thinks there's no good in him. And the reason why he's a supervillain is because he wants his father to be proud of him. And he's also in love with Tigress, who is another supervillain. It would be awesome to see their romance and to have them start a family. You can even make one of the reasons why he becomes a supervillain is because of the radiation from his ice powers. His wife needs an expensive surgery so she can give birth to their daughter, Isabel Road Markent. It would also be good to see Tigress with him, because she's a good fighter and she uses weapons. It would also be nice to see her train her daughter how to fight, how to use her weapons, and how to use her ice powers. And it would be nice for their daughter to become a supervillain and for them all to do crimes together. Both of them are Justice Society villain. It would be awesome to see them fight against the Justice Society. It would also be nice if they worked together with the Injustice Society. There are already members of the Injustice Society, and the Injustice Society members are seriously underrated. Originally, the Ultra Humanite was a mad scientist paralyzed from the waist down and Superman's arch nemesis before the debut of Lex Luthor. But then he managed to put his mind into an actress. Then when he was getting older, and he managed to transfer his mind into an albino ape to be more of a physical threat to the Justice League and Justice Society. Then he possessed Johnny Thunder and convinced Hawkthing Thunder to relinquish the all-powerful Thunderbolt back to its original owner. With the power to remake the world as he saw fit, he made every inhabitant in the world into an extension of his mind and consciousness. Johnny Sorrow's body is always invisible, and his face is so hideous that if anyone sees it, they'll die, which is why he wears that red floating mask. Psycho Pirate found out about the Medusa mask with the original Psycho Pirate, and upon release he discovered the artifact. Addicted to draining people of emotions, Roger Hanen became the second Psycho Pirate, and he was also an accomplice to the Anti-Monitor on Crisis on Infinite Earths, and he's the only one who remembers how the world was before. And they can also be supervillains to the Shade, because the Shade also worked with the Justice Society. You can really do a Shade TV show or a Shade film trilogy. Just picture an R-rated Shade movie. A dark, brutal, or morally great anti-heroes are all the rage now these days. I think Deadpool and Guardians of the Galaxy and Suicide Squad prove that you don't need to be a well-known franchise in order to attract the audience. The Icicle with Tigress and their daughter with the Injustice Society would be good for Batman the Brave and the Bold, Justice League Unlimited, the Arrowverse, and Justice League Action. And you would need Jafar Brandon to play Johnny Sorrow, because we need someone who can play an enthusiastic supervillain, Mark Strain as the Ultra Humanite, because we need someone who can play a strong, mad scientist, and Donnie Gale as the Icicle, because we need someone who can play a teenage supervillain with ice powers, if you want to put them in the Arrowverse, and John DeMago to voice over the Icicle, and Kevin Mitchell to voice over Johnny Sorrow and the Ultra Humanite, if you want to put them in a cartoon episode.